محمد نبينا بنور ودينا محمد نبينا بنور ودينا من مكة حبيبي نور فطاف المدينة قلبي وفؤادي هم الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح.
Eid Ul Adha, also called the Feast of the Sacrifice, occurs approximately 70 days after the end of the Ramadan month, which also marks the end of Hajj, the second pilgrimage to the holy city of Mecca. This is the second of two religious holidays celebrated by Muslims the world over. The words Eid Ul Adha mean to get back to the great spirit of sacrificing. During Eid, many Muslims make a special effort to pray and listen to a sermon at a mosque. They also wear new clothes, visit family members and friends, and families that can afford it may symbolically sacrifice an animal such as sheep, goat, camel or cow in an act known as Qurbani, and then divide the meat amongst themselves, the poor, friends and neighbors. Muslim communities on this day take care that no poor or needy Muslim is missed out to provide the sacrificial food. The underlying importance of this festival is the spirit of sacrifice. The celebrations are on many occasions observed on separate days due to the difference in moon presence in different parts of the world. Consequently, some people start their celebrations earlier than the others. In Kenya, Eid was celebrated from the 14th of October to the 16th of October 2013, according to the Kenyan lunar calendar.
According to religious teachings, Eid is a very significant day. It is a holiday for the Muslims. Meaning during that time, we go for Hajj. During that time, we slaughter animals and give to people. Every Muslim who is able must buy one animal, slaughter it, and give the meat to those who cannot afford.
Animals were slaughtered by Islamic relief. We celebrated in excitement, so it was very interesting. We eat meat with ugali.
During Eid, I woke up and prepared breakfast for my family. After taking a bath, we went for prayers at the open ground. Once we were through, we headed back home where I received the Qurbani pack from Islamic Relief. From there, we went to celebrate Eid with neighbors and relatives since it's a happy day. I thank Islamic Relief for what they have done because this Eid is a special one. We also give thanks to Allah. Islamic Relief Kenya has successfully implemented the Qurbani distribution with funding obtained from Islamic Relief Worldwide and partners. The program complemented well with Islamic Relief's ongoing programs such as nutrition and livelihood. The program, which is implemented yearly, is aimed at improving food security of the poorest of the poor, most vulnerable and disadvantaged individuals who include the malnourished children under the age of 5, pregnant and lactating mothers, people living with HIV and AIDS, orphaned and vulnerable families. This group of people are admitted in Islamic Relief Kenya's supplementary and therapeutic feeding program.
During the Qurbani, through the support of our donors, we are able to support the families, the most vulnerable families, with live animals that they slaughter on their own to be able to celebrate during this festivity.
With the help of spiritual leaders in each community, identification of vulnerable groups was done for individuals who would benefit the Qurbani shots. Through this initiative, Islamic Relief Kenya has distributed a total of 6,726 shots during the seasonal program.
Jinani ICF Islamic Call Foundation Primary School.
The name is ICF, Islamic Call Foundation Primary School.
Watoto 1000 na kitu.
We built ICF. There are over 1,000 pupils, out of which 135 are orphans.
35 watoto mayatima 135.
In 2006, I was brought to this place, which is a place whereby an orphanage home. Then from 2006 up to now, I was here. And I am a candidate of ICF Primary School. My family consists about 8 people, whereby 5 of them are girls and 2 are boys. And the only person who went to school. Others are in the bush. My father died, and my mother is in the bush. I'm the last born.
We normally buy foods for the orphans, but sometimes we run short of funds. If that happens, we buy on credit from the shops, then pay back when we get the funds. Most importantly, we thank you for the donation you've brought to us today, especially for the orphans.
The project saw to it that there was improved food security for the target households within a month of distribution, as well as increasing the visibility of Islamic Relief Kenya as a humanitarian organization that recognizes and respects people's cultures, way of life, and disadvantaged and vulnerable in society. The current food shortage has been caused by the past drought that we are experiencing. Sometimes my family can go for 2 to 3 days without food. During this time, we normally rely on relief foods from neighbors, government, and other agencies in order to survive.
Relief.
Most of the times, we can only afford to take maize, beans, porridge, and sometimes rice. We usually substitute meat with beans. I get these foods from the market, through credit, and other foods like rice, we get them from relief agencies. My favorite food is ugali and meat. However, 1 kilogram of meat costs 400 shillings, which is quite expensive for my family. We can only afford it once in a month, or during celebrations like Eid. I don't have much to say, but I'm grateful and happy for the assistance that we are getting from NGOs like Islamic Relief. In future, I request the number of quantity of meat distributed to be increased in order to reach more community members. I also like to wish the entire Islamic Relief Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, Relief Mubarak.
Despite the huge success, the main challenge was that the number of needy people across the 2 counties outweighed that of the allocated Qurbani meat packs. All in all, this year's Qurbani success was a joy to the Islamic Relief fraternity as people's culture and way of life was respected and celebrated despite hardships surrounding the beneficiaries.